We love you, R2. That was awesome.
My bad.
We've got 2 sounds.
Legendary, Incredible Hulk, not CGI, the real thing. Mr. Lou Ferrigno is with us. We're very excited.
First question for you. You've done a lot of these cons before, right? When you come to a con, what's your most favorite thing to do at a con?
The appreciation for the fan. I love to hear their stories because when I was young as a kid, I didn't have a con to come to.
Right.
I would give anything if my father would take me to a con to shake a celebrity's hand, knowing that I make that superhero connection.
Yeah.
So when I do the con, I kind of relive that childhood part of me that people tell me over 3 decades of fan, how much they appreciate the shows, how it affected their life.
Who's your dream to see at a con? If you could go back in time when you were a kid and your dad took you to one, who would you have wanted to see?
The original Superman, George Reeves.
Nice.
Because in those days, in the 60s and the 50s, it was a Superman series. And of course, I get to be friends with Adam West.
Right.
But he'll be one of them. But you remember Adam West? Yeah, he would be one of the original Superman.
Very cool. All right.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Do you still keep in touch with Paul Rudd and Jason Segel at all? From I Love You Man.
I see him from time to time. I spent time with Paul Rudd when I did a small cameo in the Hulk about maybe 6 years ago. But I'm very happy because he played Ant-Man. He's a wonderful actor.
Did you actually choke out Jason Segel in the...
He told me to go for it when he went down as an actor, but I didn't want to put too much pressure because there was a guy named Gene LaBelle. He's a martial art expert. He told me how to do the chokehold. That's a dangerous chokehold. I'm kind of being very careful about it.
Hulk, let me tell you something about Peter.
Look, please get your hand out of my face and stop calling me Hulk. I'm a person, okay?
I'm a person, okay?
I warned you.
Oh, you warned me?
Hey!
Fuck you, Hulk! Oh, shit. Ow! What are you doing?
What's going on?
Sydney's fighting Lou Ferrigno.
Relax, you're so strong. Easy. The Hulk has me in a sleeper hold and I don't think I can take him out.
That's it.
Wow.
Why the fuck would anyone get in a fight with Lou Ferrigno?
And I imagine, like, you know, in your career, that was probably one thing that you were like, you never thought that they'd be like, we want you in this comedy. So I imagine you probably loved getting that call.
Oh, definitely, because before I began the Hulk, I did Pumping Iron with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's right.
But I've always wanted to be in front of a camera because I'm overcoming my diversity. Over the years, that's why the Hulk was like a training platform for me. That's what opened all the doors.
You think we need more weight, Hank?
I made a joke with these guys that I said, Pumping Iron, I know that's Arnold's. If it was yours, I would say bulk with Hulk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thanks so much, Lou.
I guess I have a King of Queens question for you, if that's okay. Obviously, we lost the late Jerry Stiller very recently. What are some of your favorite memories of working with him on King of Queens?
Well, they're iconic actors because I've said they're very quiet. They're very subdued, especially comedian. But it's amazing how they come to life. But Jerry always, Jerry, he was a little bit of a prankster. He's a funny guy.
1, yeah. 6, yep. 10. I already dialed the 6. I can't go back in time and slip a 1 in. Well, whose fault is that?
But especially that when you got the whole cast together, like Lee Remini, she had the mouth of a construction worker. Yeah. So everybody feeds off each other. It was a wonderful show, and I kind of missed it because, you know, when I've done this show, we went in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
So you only have 1 or 2 takes. So you have to be on the money.
Well, you're a professional.
Thank you. It was great. It was so much fun.
Well, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Kevin James is getting kind of a resurgence, and memes are being shared of him on his days of King of Queens, and I'm just wondering, is that something you would want as the real King of New York?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Ferrigno.
Nice to
Very nice to meet you.
talked about when you throw some pearls on the ground, right?
Very true. Yeah, I've done that. Superman, right? And I mean, Marvel doesn't exist.
From the early days in the 30s and 40s of Superman in Action Comics 1, arguably the most expensive comic to collect in the entire world because it is... It is less about the business, Charles, and it's more about reconnecting with that nostalgia of my youth. Most of the stuff that I now get to possess, or at least borrow for a little while, or have in my possession, is things that I wanted when I was a kid. A lot of the older books, a lot of the things I grew up reading and that, you know, maybe I couldn't afford. Or things that I'd read about, like a Fantastic Four #4 was like the big book when I was young, and I'm like, there's no way that I would ever own something that cool. And then you get old and you have big boy money, and you get to enjoy the stuff. So for me, it's having a piece of my childhood and then getting to share that with others and talk about it, pass on that excitement to the next generation of comic book collectors. So my favorite comic, just because I'm a die-hard Wolverine fan, is my beat-up, tattered copy of Hulk 181, the first appearance of Wolverine. It has been through the ringer, but it's mine. It does have quite a bit of value, but this is a comic that I really wanted. As far as the most expensive comic we might have here, I'm going to tell you just a little bit of bizarre thing. This is Star Wars number 68. So it looks like Boba Fett on the cover. It wasn't actually Boba Fett, it's actually a Mandalorian, the first appearance of a Mandalorian in Star Wars. This comic is actually a rare newsstand 75-cent price variant, and there's only 8 of these graded at a 9.8 in the world in the census. So this comic, I think at last sale, is about a $9,000 or $10,000 comic.
The Hulk has me in a sleeper hold and I don't think I can take him out.